Welcome everyone to biology class 12. I think in this critical situation everybody you are well. Mm, Today in this class let's take a look its uh, syllabus in class 12 new syllabus now in front of you. You can see that the unit 6 reproduction, it contains the 14 marks. And after that followed by genetics, evolution, biology, human welfare, biotech and ecology. So you have to complete here the genetics, biotech, these two part. And the reproduction is the continuation of class 11 human physiology. So that is here, and other than ecology also there. Here is the mark distribution that you can see. If you see the syllabus here in detail, it is there. You can download and see that. Chapter 1, organism, reproduction in organism. Chapter 2, that is chapter 1 is the introduction. Chapter 2, it is actually this. It starts from here. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants, and then human reproduction. In this, the fourth chapter is very important, the reproductive health. So we can start today that reproduction in organism. Now reproduction, the definition of the reproduction, I think everybody you know, reproduction is the one of the fundamental properties of living organism that results the formation of new individual of same kind, though usually some slight genetic, structural and physiological variation is there. You know that the reproduction here is broadly divided into sexual reproduction, asexual and the sexual reproduction. And in lower class you have learned that. So again we can at first we can start with the asexual reproduction. We know that asexual reproduction, it means it means that single parent here. And normally reproductive parts are not used in this, and there are lower organism involved in this plant and animal. Let we discuss about the plant at first. So in your NCERT book you can see that the single individual parent capable of producing the offspring. That is the concept of asexual reproduction. And here is that budding and binary fusion in this. Look at here. In chlamydomonas, it can form the zoospore. Zoospore, it means that the spore which can move, which is having flagella, well defined nucleus and the food inside it. You know that the inside where the zoospore is formed is known as zoosporangium. Zoosporangium. In zoosporangium, zoospores are formed. There are huge number that up to 100 200 spores are formed. After that, when it gets mature, it comes out from that, and each and every individual of it, and it can capable to form the new chlamydomonas. Here we can see that the conidia. Here the concept is a little bit different. In case of penicillium, penicillium, it is there. You can see that in the conidium, which is formed one after another, and after that the chondrospores are formed. So that if this is the last one, so this is the most mature, and from the periphery it will come out. This phenomena is called the exogenous system. Exogenous. Next it will form. Next four will take its place, and next it will form. In this way it will form the spores. Now we know that these are in the lower organism. If we see in plant the asexual reproduction in higher organism, that is angiosperms, then here we can see in root, stem and the leaf, from that how they can get the individual. We know that the non-reproductive part of the plant, it is, here is the root and stem and leaf. This is the non-reproductive. You can say that it is a vegetative part also. When plant will do reproduction through this part, we can term it as the asexual reproduction. You know that the direct we can use the root to grow a plant, and the stem also can grow a plant. In several angiospermic plant, this is not anything peculiar. From the leaf, there are one or two examples that also we may know. Now we have to focus here in basically the stem, according to your syllabus, that is the aerial part of the stem, underground part of the stem, and the subaerial part of the stem. So this is the aerial part of the stem, this is the underground part of the stem, and this is the subaerial part of the stem, and from that how new plant will grow. So at first we can start from the underground part of the stem. So in underground part of the stem, here in your book that there are a few examples that like potato, you know that the nodes are there, and which is normally called eye. So germinating bud, it comes from there. So from the nodes, and in between part is called internodes. So potato, in this case, it is the nodes and internodes part. From that the root comes out, and from that the new plant will grow. You can see that here in your book's diagram. Here the buds, there's a ginger, rhizome. Potato is tuber, rhizome. here is a adventitious root will come out, so they can perform that asexual reproduction through it. Now look at here, if we go in the subaerial part, subaerial part, let's know that actually which part. Now subaerial part, it indicates that the part the where it is not in, so this line maybe it is not very deep, superficial depth in the soil, and also in the air. So this transition zone you can write it the subaerial areas. This subaerial areas, this part is very important, and I am going to discuss one after another. Look at here, in subaerial there is lawn grass. We know that the lawn grass is there. Lawn grass, they are the one outgrowth of the stem, it goes there, and another grass will form, and another. Look at that, this is the vegetative propagation. So it can goes on another sides and form another new plant. This is called runner. Runner, it goes horizontally, horizontally along with the ground on the soil surface. So example is grass, lawn grass. Next you come, it is found in mint or mentha plant. Here it is happened that the plant is there, and it will move but not along the ground exactly, but it forms one curve here, and they will bend little bit and form one another daughter plants. That is example is mentha, the mint, and the name of the process is stolon. Okay, third one it is the plant when it moves just below the ground, just below the superficially below the ground, and it forms the new plant. Chrysanthemum is the one of the example, and in this way it can move. This is known as sucker. Example is chrysanthemum, pineapple. Fourth one is known as offset, which is there in your book. Look at here it this offset, it is just like runner, it also goes horizontally but not above the ground, it is on water. That is only the difference. So this is the fourth type here, that is offset. Now come here in animals. In animals, you know that the fusion, binary multiple fusion, and the budding, which is very common in everybody, you know. Other than there is some vegetative reproduction or asexual reproduction they are performing. It's not because of the reproduction. There are some cases, some environmental case also there. In when environment is not suitable for them, they can turn into inside the cyst or gamules, and this is the kind of reproduction also. They can reproduce many, and they can also save from that weather. Now, first is encystation. Encystation, they form the cyst. Cyst can be 3-4 layers. 3 layered cyst, and inside that, if it is amoeba, then 600 nucleus they can formed, and the adverse weather condition they can form it, and when the weather condition is suitable, they will come out from that. In case of sponge, that gamule also the almost the same type, you know, that a very hard covering, that flask like structure, inside archaeocyte cell. Archaeocyte cells are there, which will form that several number of sponge, baby sponge, and spicule, siliceous and calcium containing the spicules are there. So this is found in sponge, and it is found inside the body, and when the condition is favorable, they can come out. We can see in Book's diagram also. Look at here. These are the spicules. And these are the germinating cell, archaeocytes. So, and this opening is called micropyle. So through this route, this all the baby sponge, they can come out. In some organism, another type of asexual reproduction is sporulation. Sporulation, in that the spores are formed inside, like 200 spores will form. Spores will form, and here the layer is there, which is not like that cyst. The basic purpose of the sporulation, it is reproduction. So this is the sporangium, spore case. The when spores will come out, they can form the new individual. The most of the cases, these are restricted on the lower organism, like porifera, protozoa in this group. For your reference, I am giving you one chart. You can see this one. Another from plant. Here also that runner stolen offset sucker and the bird, it is it is given. So I'm concluding today's lesson. Next part will come very soon. Before that, protect yourself and others uh, from the in COVID-19. That is, I think everybody will know that what to do, what not to do. Hmm. Stay home, stay at home, stay safe. For other contact, here is my mobile and WhatsApp number. You can mail also. Thank you.